Hello everyone and welcome to Yin Yoga that targets the meridian that governs the spleen. And it runs from the inside of the foot, like on the front by the big toe, and it goes and runs alongside the front side of our leg and the thigh, and it does these fun little zigzags around the torso and out a little bit on the upper arm through the shoulder and through the throat, side and neck. And it has the yin energy of upward flowing movement. So we are going to start with our alternate nostril breathing to wake up the pathways that helps us move the energy up. We'll breathe in through the left nostril and out through the right, and then we'll take the left in and exhale through the right. And we'll take that for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. We'll take our pointy and middle finger in and have our ring finger and pinky out, and the thumb is out to the side. And we'll put our fingers up towards the top of the nose and keep the pathways open in the nostrils for the breath. And we'll just take a couple of nice deep ujjayi, or simply just nice deep breaths through the nose to help us ground. Even breath through both nostrils. And on the next inhalation, we'll close off the left nostril and inhale through the right. Close off the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. And continue. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. One more round each side. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Release your hand and exhale through both nostrils. And keeping the breath flowing throughout the practice evenly as we can through all the layers, with intention to open the pathway for our spleen meridian and bringing health and help to our digestive system and the benefit of transporting nutrients to all parts. You might need a block, you might need 2 blocks, maybe gather them, unless you probably already have them in your yoga area, if that is your space to have them. And if not, maybe grab a pillow or a book or something like that. We're going to start and with our low lunge dragon pose. So let's come over onto your mat. Take a blanket at any time under your knees. Step your right foot forward and flatten out your left foot and come onto your block for your forearms, or simply have your hands on the floor. So wherever you're at, with your dragon pose for this Yin Yoga day. Starting by really just opening up from the inside of the big toe on your left side, running through the medial side of the knee and the front of the thigh in towards the hip. We'll start with the leg and we'll stay here for a 15 to 20 breath pose hold. So we'll just enjoy and hang out and doing our best to softening all the layers and not holding the muscles. We are totally passive as we can to be in this position and letting this designed Yin Yoga pose do its work to the deeper layers of our fascia, connective tissue, tendons, and just slowly relaxing into it, staying within your comfort zone of a level 3 to 4 on a 0 to 10 scale. So we're staying pretty easeful into it. There's no pushing, there's no pulling. It is just surrendering. It is just staying with gravity. And the arms are helping us to not go too far than what our body should be going to benefit from this pose, so that our muscles are not going in to steal. And we'll stay for another 3 breaths here. And slowly making your way out and switching to the second side, maybe with a little counter stretch in between, low lunge, outstretched leg, and switching to your right side. So step your left foot forward, move your block to the inside of the left foot leg, flatten out the toes in the back so that the front of the big toe gets a little nice gentle pressure where the meridian for the spleen begins. Take the forearms to floor or block, or keep your hands on the floor, whichever works for you, and just taking a little time to find your place in your Yin Yoga dragon pose that targets the front of the thigh. And we'll just go and stay here and find your edge in your pose. And then just doing our best to keep it as still as we can for about another 15 breaths here, letting the layers open up and balance out from your first side. Staying within our comfort zone of a 3 to 4. Going deep within. Imagining that nice healthy flow of the spleen meridian, opening up and helping us with our health and digestive system to transport nutrients. And we'll stay for another 3 breaths, surrendering into the pose. Making sure we're supported and supporting the weight evenly through all parts. And slowly coming out of it and stretching your front leg. Put one block to the side because we do not need it for our next pose, which is a chest opener. Moving up to the chest and shoulder and opening the spleen meridian up that way through the sikkiri zaggity that it does through the chest. So we are going to, I'm going to show this way and then I'll probably pop over to the other side. But we're going to take our right arm out to the side and it either comes straight out if that's comfortable for you, or it can bend 90 degrees and then it comes in a different area into the chest. You can put a pillow under your head. We're going to bring the knees in 90 degrees. So it's like this. We'll bring the knees into a nice 90 degrees. The arm comes behind you and then we'll lay on down and come in towards that right whole rib cage waist area. And leaning the elbow down and supporting with our left forearm on the floor, or taking that left arm behind you. So any of those that works for you. And then the trick is to stay in that pose for as deep that our body allows us to take it to in a very comfortable way. Chest opener. You might take your left hand behind your lower back. Softening all the layers. Feeling the different energies opening up into the shoulder, into the chest. We'll stay here for another 5 breaths. And slowly start to make your way to the second side, switching, maybe coming up to all fours and giving yourself just one arch in the spine. And coming to the left side. So now we'll just pull the knees in so they are aligned with the belly button or the hip bones, somewhere there. Take the left arm behind you, and either you have it straight or bend it like a cactus variation, and come into the layers of your comfort zone on the inner shoulder and the chest opener. You might support yourself with your right hand on the floor and kind of just find a comfortable place. You might have a pillow under your head. It takes a little while to kind of go and find where it's comfortable to lay, where the body's like, is this okay? And then when it feels like it has that nice support, that's when the muscles can start relaxing, and the pose can take itself into the deeper layers where we might have some stagnation and we want to transform it into open pathways. You can take your right hand behind your back if it's comfortable. You can soften maybe a little bit more the outer layers. Breathing. Take about another 15 breaths here. Just softening, enjoying the benefits of just being still in a yin pose and opening up the layers and reconstruction pathways, and feeling a little bit more open after, a little bit more connected. Getting a little bit heavier with each breath. We'll take another 5 breaths here. And slowly coming back to the center and hoisting yourself up onto all fours into tabletop, spreading the fingers and just giving yourself a nice big arch from here. And we're going to stretch the right leg back, get some blood flow through the knees, and the left leg back. And then from here, take the knees apart and we'll come into child's pose. Give a little compression to the front side of the spleen meridian. So bring your big toes, inner edges of the feet together. Take a pillow if you needed to underneath your belly, and take your arms out to the side, and we get a little bit more chest. We also get a nice compression onto the thighs and the belly. Take your head to one side and get a nice twisty turny neck stretch, if that's okay for you. If not, you can have your forehead straight down, pillow, block, anything that works for you. We have about 10 breaths with the head over to the side, where we just get to relax in a yummy child's pose, enjoying the plugging in of the femurs and the opening of the backside of the body. And slowly switch your head to the second side. If you had your nose turned to one direction, and get into the opposite side of your neck. Relaxing the elbows, relaxing the shoulders. Five more breaths on the side. And slowly come back up and come to all fours. You might like to take a down dog after child's pose, or maybe stretch your legs back. So take which works for you after having that compression on the front side of the body. It feels good for the knees, just to get a little elongation through knees and ankles and hips. And then from here, we're going to move into one of my favorite yin poses. Many of them are, but this is a fun one. Cat's pulling its tail. So we are going to lay on our backs. I'm going to put my head towards you and bring the knees in towards the chest.
And from here, you can take your legs up to the sky, and then we're going to simply cross the right leg over towards the left side and come over onto your left hip, and then take your right hand and your left foot. That will be like the cat's tail. And then the right leg is out to the side and the left arm is out to the side. So it's a twisty turny. It really gets in well to the front of the thigh, to the hip. It has that nice chest opening. So here we are, enjoying, just surrendering and relaxing into this pose for the benefit of our spleen health. Targeting just the right layers on our meridian that governs the spleen. Holding on around that big toe and around the whole front of the foot. We have about another 15 breaths here. Make yourself comfortable. Surrender into the layers. Find your edge, like a 3-4 on a scale from 0 to 10. And then be as still as you can. Take another 3 breaths. And slowly release, bending your knees back in and taking it over to the second side. I'm going to move a little bit to the side and we'll bring our knees in and make sure that you're on your back, and then take your legs up into the sky and send your left leg over to the right side and hoist yourself so that you're over on your right hip. Take your left hand and find your right foot behind you, and coming into a twisty turny cat's tail pulling yin pose variant, and coming into our 20 breaths on your second side. So the right foot and the left hand has a little meeting behind, and the left leg and the right arm is out towards the right side. That way we get a nice quad opening, targeting stretch, and this nice twist in the left torso to go and find the layers of the spleen meridian today. That assists our stomach in digestion and purification of the foods. take another 5 breaths here. Softening the layers. Breathing to all parts. And slowly release and bend your knees in and bring it back up to the center and come on over onto all fours, and we'll give ourselves an arch of the spine. And we're going to come into our final pose before Shavasana for this practice, which is going to be saddle pose, or Virasana, Supta Virasana in yoga language, or thigh stretch. It goes really well because it presses down onto the big toes, and then it goes through those inner knees and through the quads, and really stretches the belly and the chest well, and up towards the shoulders and through that center of the neck and throat. And you might take a pillow to lay on. You might take blocks to lay on. So do whichever feels comfortable for you. I like to just kind of help a little bit by supporting my knees with just moving some tissues away from my knees, and then toes towards the shoulders. You can come down onto your forearms and stay here for your pose. You can have a pillow underneath your back for support. You can kind of check and see where your comfort zone is here. If we have reached the 3 or 4 here, then we don't want to push it further. But if you feel like you comfortably for the next 15 or so breaths can come further down, then by all means do that, or come further up. So prop yourself up comfortably when that works for you. And we'll be here in our saddle yin pose. Arms can be to the side, or you can take your hands over your head and find your elbows and relax and release. Soften, find your edge, find your stillness, hold your pose. Just be in it. Breathing through all the layers. We have about 10 breaths left. So if it's not comfortable for you, please come up. Please prop yourself out, or simply stretch your legs in front of you. Filling the breath to all the layers, from the toes, through the shins, through the knees, clearing any debris through the knees with the breath, into the deeper layers, up through the thighs, through the hips, the whole front body, shoulders. Three more breaths here. And gently coming out of it by taking your hands down towards your feet, making your way up. And once again, you might come up onto all fours. You might stretch into a down dog to get some blood through your knees. You might be here stretching your legs out behind you. Get some blood through, some fresh oxygenated blood through all the layers. Or maybe a down dog. Maybe like a nice, easy downward facing dog. And from here we have Shavasana together to let all the poses absorb into the layers. So let's lay down in Shavasana, very important pose for our Yin Yoga practice. And then we'll meet back up for closing meditation. So we'll press the head and let the toes relax. Let the ankles relax. Giving ourselves the gift of Shavasana, wherever you're at, whatever's going on around. Just laying down, breathing. Feeling maybe some new pathways in the body, moving some energy. There might be some feelings of exchange of energy through the bottom of the feet and the palm of the hands. Outgoing and incoming. Five more breaths. And slowly moving your toes and your fingers, stretching your arms over your head, coming over to one side, and we'll meet back up into a comfortable seat on your blanket, your pillow, however you like to sit. Make sure that it's a comfortable seat, supported seat, and crossing our ankles or stacking our legs, happy pose, or the feet stacked one in front of the other for Siddhasana. That's how I like to sit for my ankles and my knees. And we'll take the hands on the knees and just simply take a few moments to sit together and come back to Ujjayi breathing. We'll take 3 nice deep breaths through the nose to all parts. Inhaling until it just doesn't inhale anymore, all the way up. No count, no specific time, just take a nice big inhale and then exhale all the air out through the nose if it's possible, or if not, then we'll take it through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Broadening as we come back to the inhale, broadening all sides of the body, back side, front side. Exhale, broadening and lengthening even as we're exhaling. Coming back to normal breathing, sitting for 10 breaths together in meditation. Meditating on the health of the spleen and the spleen meridian. Meditating on healthy, warm, fibrous, hearty, cooked, sauteed vegetables and grains that supports the digestion for the spleen, for helping the digestion for the spleen. And just by inviting those thoughts, we also invite the chi to move freely in the meridians. The energy, the chi, connecting to a different word, connecting to a different way of moving energies up the pathway of the bodies and down the pathways of the body, the yin and the yang elements. Slowly make your way out of your meditation. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. And I send so many thank yous to you who are here supporting me in my journey of yoga on YouTube. And I thank you for spending time and depositing energy into your health, which will sip out to all of those around you. So we do health for us, and then we'll take it out to others. And in the next series of this Yin Yoga Meridian, we have quite a few left. We have stomach in the next one, so I'll see you there.
unless I see you in one of the other videos. And happy day, and we'll close our practice with an Om. Take a nice big inhale. Thank you and namaste to all of you.